back on, guys. Fortunately with the meter in the background. The Hoover SIX AAA160, AAA Whisper 1600 is back with a bang. And we're testing a cycle that'll be quite fun. The wall cycle, not everyone's favourite, but on this machine it is quite entertaining. I've got a load of 3 heavy blankets here, and see how this works. See how it goes. Might be the longest wall cycle you've known of. You're watching Florence Ballet A3060 on film. Got 3 blankets here, including a thick Edinburgh woolen mill one. Oh, I've got some socks now that need washing. I'll be putting another load. So I've got this one, my childhood blanket. I've got a colour on the sheet. Ooh. I haven't got any colour on sheets, so it's just better pray that none of these run or anything. Okay. I've got an airline blanket, which I think was Qatar Airways, I think that one is. And an Edinburgh woolen mill one. This one to be quite thick. We found out it's pretty much impossible to sudslock with this machine. So for today's detergent, I'm going to be using a full scoop of Kirkland. Now, if you know that this detergent is like the most sudsiest detergent you can use. I'm desperately trying to get to the end of my ecover. Putting my tablespoon of soda crystals. Shame these don't have a split bleach compartment like the older ones did. Set the time. So we're going to be doing program 21. Yes, we got the time on it now. Thank God. Woollens Light, 40 degrees Celsius and 800 RPM final spin. We cannot select any of these options. We're going to do variable spin and fast iron, which mean it'll do a slower spin. That's all good to go, so we are ready. Setting wash parameters, please wait. Didn't have to have it like that, to be honest. Was it okay here? I'm going to get rid of this lamp at some point and get a better one. I don't like it really touching the machine. So one thing you'll notice if you use higher water level on the cycle, there's some other different things too. Unfortunately the meters on in the background are actually finished. 44 minutes. Something was using water for a second there. So it's annoying because we can't obviously have... If I have it back here then maybe. So we'll use slightly higher water level. That's your tumbles. Basically 3 tumbles you do. I'm probably going to top up again. It's more annoying than media's going to be on in the background. Let's get it to spin technically. Good. That's basically what we're going to do. So we don't sit around too long. A gentle action still. So we're heating right now to 40 degrees. I always thought we'd have topped up some more water though. I may manually have to add some water to this myself because those blankets do need soaking in. Near the element roaring away though. Luckily the meter's only got 2 rinses, as opposed to 3 that I'm using. A bit of a rest in between each tumble. I think there's more of a rest now there is. The Mila wants in on the video. Sitting around a lot more. So we've heated to 40 degrees Celsius now. I think we're taking a lot longer pauses on this one. So we've got 3 Woollens programs. We've got Woollens, they're all Woollens Light, and you've got Woollens program 21 is Woollens 40, what we're doing now. 22 is Woollens 30, and 23 is Woollens Cold. All on the same program. Neither's now be draining on for the final spin on the background, so it should be done soon. Yeah, we're not really doing much, we're sort of just tumbling around. I'll let the Mila get a little bit in. Screen time. That's pretty much all we're getting. Normally we tumble a lot more, tumbling a lot more, and the meter's going for the 600 burst. So we're draining, but we don't do an intermediate spin on this cycle. Finish all the meter. So we just drain, and then we go straight into the fill for the first rinse. There's default 3 rinses. We are filling now. No, not yet. There we are. Filling now. Be more of a deep level rinse though. That's the only disappointing thing about this wall cycle. It doesn't do any intermediate spins, so it's quite already. first rinse now and the meter's finally bloody finished. Your washing's done. Oh, it's not here. So we use a slightly higher level for the rinses, and now we're doing the more frequent tumbles, which we should have been doing on the main wash. I don't know why we weren't. Now we're on the second drain, no spin. Second rinse. Okay, so high level there. Interesting to see, even after we had eco, about how many suds still remain. If this, I mean, that 6 kilo load of towels didn't even cause a suds lock at all, so that's just saying something. It's quite surprising, actually. That's literally all we're doing. This is the final drain for the final rinse now. Seems only doing 4 inches, probably throw into that laundry disinfectant. Here, we're using the last of that one I don't really like. I'm measure out 3 caps in it. Okay, that's 3 caps in there. I'll pull that into the machine. There you go. 3 caps ready there for that to go in. There's your level there. They're taking all the disinfectant, I wonder. Good, they did. And then comes the final spin. The only spin we do on this cycle. So I don't get why actually it's a whole hour. It's the longest wool cycle I've known of, unless there is a longer one that I'm not aware of. Bloody hell, man. Final spin. I knew by that clip. Right, here comes the part now where the machine, why the cycle is entertaining. Right, the only spin of the cycle. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the wall cycles on these machines. I do think the pump would actually chug on this thing, but of course my drain hose is mounted way too high. Now, so hang on, we do this at 4 minutes to go. Here we go. I'll tell you one thing is that the balance sensor sort of doesn't act as much on this cycle. But watch this. I wonder if we'll get a sudswap. Oh, there we are. That's not going to distribute properly, is it? See that? Come on, sudswap! Yes, fine. Well, water lock. See how we ramp up so quick? Oh, finally happened. That is beautiful. But the best part hasn't come yet. There we go, finally happened. It's more of a water lock though, unfortunately. Did these have a cutout on them? I can't remember. The best bit hasn't come yet. It must be the Edinburgh Wool and Milk blanket doing that, really. Well, I think we're going to clear before it happens. But that's how the AAA160 spins on the synthetic spin. That's getting something. That's still going. There we go. Ramps up fast to 800. Oh, this is perfect. This is sun's looking like crazy. I finally got that happen. Still getting there though. It's a very short spin though. We hit the end before. But there you go. You finally got to see the Hoover SIX sudswap. But weirdly how a full load of towels we couldn't do that with. But yeah, so the wall spin accelerates quite quickly, it does. I'm now going to put that on a 1600 spin, so... well dried now, and I think I've got to dry all these individually. So this machine, I've enabled the end of cycle alarm. You might hear it in a second, saying program complete, unload the laundry. So unless I physically turn the machine off, I'll still keep doing this. I've enabled the machine to do that. Oh, really, that is like almost ready to put on the bed. So is that one. What the? Oh, okay. That was just crumbled up in there. They're all dry, really. So, okay. Oh, that was the wool cycle, program 21, Woollens Light for 40 degrees Celsius on the Hoover SIX, AAA160, AAA Whisper 1600. Not the best performing wool cycles, apart from that final spin. It's more for the entertainment why I use the cycle, because it's the only cycle I know so far that we do a fast ramp up at the end. That spin though, where we jump straight to 400, is how the AL150, the AAA fast spin 1500, is meant to spin on the synthetics. Weird why this one doesn't. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.